In 2016, Everytable set out on an ambitious journey to combat food insecurity. They started in Los Angeles neighborhoods deemed food deserts. Sam Polk, CEO and co-founder.
These are communities where people often are buying groceries and staple items from 7-Eleven or liquor stores, and really the only restaurants available are fast food.
McDonald's.
Partially as a consequence of that, rates of obesity and diabetes and heart disease were really off the charts.
Sam Polk tackled this food access problem by making healthy food attainable for everyone.
And if you think about the food space, the companies that are really worth a lot are the companies that have learned how to sell food to the masses, basically. $5 or $6, things like McDonald's, Burger King.
By keeping costs down, Everytable has become a healthy fast food chain. Sign, fresh meals around $5. Claire Fox.
In LA County, there were already over 1 million people who were food insecure and living in food desert neighborhoods. And the two issues are different, but they're related. The project of getting communities fed was about bringing people to food, bringing people to a new grocery store or Everytable store that opens up in their neighborhood and creates a healthy option.
Through its revolutionary business model, Everytable quickly expanded, with hopes of bringing healthy, affordable food to everyone in Los Angeles.
And there's a lot of reasons or a lot of barriers that create food insecurity. So the combination of not having enough money and then not having the options in your neighborhood is really the issue, the crisis that we've already had. And then enter coronavirus.
CBS.
More than 1/4 of Americans are now being ordered to stay home.
And businesses like that spa, the furniture store behind me, and this salon that's all locked up, they're all now closed. It's all an attempt to slow the spread of coronavirus.
Today we're bringing it to 100% of the workforce.
Meet this moment to protect themselves, to protect their families, and to protect the broader community.
Chad Mashura, GM of Operations and Subscriptions.
We have 10 stores across Los Angeles. 8 of them are closed. And that's because, one's in a mall, 3 are on college campuses, one's in an office building, like they were just forced to close or they had such low foot traffic, we couldn't keep them open. And then our subscription business, our home delivery business is booming.
Restaurant chain Everytable is on a mission to bring healthy meals to underserved communities. And while many companies have slowed down, Everytable is ramping up hiring due to the pandemic and is looking to fill hundreds of new positions for cooks, drivers, and fulfillment and operation personnel.
We were sort of very fortunately positioned to have a kitchen that could scale, a delivery and logistics infrastructure that could scale, and a product that really works well for a lot of different people at a price point that you sort of can't beat.
So we went from producing about 25,000 meals a week prior to COVID-19 to 180,000 meals this week.
A bar graph.
And it was only because we had that infrastructure in place and we had that intention to scale what we were doing that we were able to meet the needs of today.
And from that sort of effort, we have now launched an entirely new sort of business line for us, which is institutional food service.
Getting food sent directly to their homes so that they don't have to leave and they can stay safe. That is a huge challenge. And so we as a company, to be a resource to LA, we launched the helpline.
A desk phone.
And we've been receiving hundreds of calls a day from everyone from someone who needs food to institutional partners to nonprofits to city organizations. And we've really become sort of a resource in LA for anyone looking for food.
What we heard and what we're still hearing is that the level of food insecurity has only risen exponentially because people are out of work, because they don't have enough financial resources, and because they can't leave their homes. And I think that's where Everytable has really stepped in.
We're doing a program with Santa Monica College to deliver meals to at-risk students.
College students were already experiencing food insecurity at alarming rates prior to COVID-19. the whole movement actually that came out of UCLA around the swipe out hunger, where students were able to share their dining room swipes with other students, has really pointed to the fact that we've got an issue on our hands.
As soon as this happened, the team over there, the Santa Monica College Foundation, rallied their donors to find ways to bring meals to their at-risk students.
Their foundation raised $1.2 million to launch Meal Project.
We rallied together, we built an entirely new system for them, and now have set up basically an SMC specific order form where students can go in, order every week. It's completely free of charge for them, and we'll deliver 7 meals to their door every week.
So we're currently delivering to about 1,000 college students through Santa Monica College.
Everytable has partnered with local organizations during the pandemic.
We are part of the Project Room Key, which has converted many hotels around Los Angeles into homeless shelters because they're one of the most at-risk populations during this outbreak.
So these are hotels that are being converted into shelters, bringing very COVID vulnerable people off of the street, seniors and people with underlying health conditions, to stay in these hotels. And so right now we're doing daily food service for 29 of these hotel shelters.
And we are feeding not only all of the homeless people that are living in the hotels, but all the staff that are servicing them as well.
In partnership with the city, Everytable launched efforts to provide food relief for at-risk seniors amidst the crisis.
We've launched a program with the Department of Aging to augment Meals on Wheels. So we're delivering boxes of meals to seniors across Los Angeles.
The city of LA had identified approximately 83,000 low-income seniors who would be in need of additional food support.
As I mentioned, prior to this crisis, we were feeding about 5,000 seniors a meal a day. And tonight, I'm proud to announce a new initiative that we've already started with help from the Mayor's Fund for Los Angeles to bridge the gap for these seniors and others. And this is our emergency senior meals response. And to get this, we will formalize a partnership with an amazing LA entity, Everytable.
We're doing that through home deliveries. We're also delivering to senior citizen centers, and then from there, the city transports the food to the homes of seniors. We're also working with other departments in the city, including the Housing Authority of the City of Los Angeles, which oversees all public housing projects. And we're doing weekly deliveries to about 10 public housing projects. So all told, in our partnership with these different parts of the city, we're bringing food to 16,000 seniors every single week.
Yeah, I know you previously served as the director of the LA Food Policy Council. I'm just curious, before this pandemic, were there any policies in place for how the food industry should respond to disease outbreaks or other crises?
She smiles.
No, not at all. No, there was no governing policy. There was no plan really in place for restaurants or food enterprises to be able to respond to something like COVID-19. And we need that. We need that kind of guidance. And I think we're establishing a new normal in our industry. So we grew in 2 months' time in a way that under normal circumstances would have taken years to achieve.
Right now, the company is very much sort of all hands on deck. We have gone through sort of a temporary reorganization and just asked everyone from the store teams to the driving teams to the corporate team to do whatever it takes in this situation to get food to people. People who are on the Smart Fridge team are now helping the logistics team or helping our marketing team or, helping drive. I've been doing packing shifts.
I think that we've learned that there is a lot of work to be done to achieve food equity. And I believe that Everytable is the right vehicle to grow to meet this need. And we've learned that we're capable of so much more than we thought.
We've been working super hard, but it's totally worth it. Because we feel sort of obliged as a company that can feed people right now to feed people right now.
Logo, Everytable. Credits, Director Rachel Tsam. Producer Shivan Mekra. Editor Sky Blee. Special thanks to Chad Mishra, Claire Fox, Seth Corey, Shruti Parekh.